They're just straight up evil and heartless. Darius Scooter Murphy is one of those
Damn, that nigga
people.
got the
He
same
was
name
the
as
main
me.
hitman
He look like
for
he
one of the
crazy.
most feared gangs in the west side of Chicago. He wasn't just a killer. He was a man who made murder
that
routine. A man who could look someone in the eye and pull the trigger, then go get dinner like nothing happened. In just 2.5 years, Scooter killed at least 7 people in cold blood. He killed a man in front of the man's 1-year-old baby and laughed on a wired phone call about snatching a woman by the wig and shooting her in the head. Prosecutors had described him as the most violent, dangerous, and depraved defendant to appear before them. Scooter's actions were so cold-hearted that a judge questioned whether he had a soul. In this video, we'll be telling his story. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
You feel me? You feel me?
Darius Murphy, best known by the nickname Scooter, is...
I promise y'all, we got the same name, but I ain't that crazy. But you know, it can get like that though. It can get like that though. No, I'm just playing. We finna get back to the video.
It's from the west side of Chicago. The west side of Chicago doesn't get as much coverage as the south side because it doesn't have as many famous rappers from there, but it might be even more deadly. Scooter grew up without his father in his life.
Bro, look at that nigga, bro. He look like he crazy. Figure.
This led to him seeking guidance from local gang members. He became a member of the set Wicked Town when he was just 14 years old. Wicked Town is a set that primarily consists of traveler vice lords, and they reside in the Austin neighborhood. Austin is one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago. Wicked Town also goes by the monikers Rust World and Mokese World, named after a member named Rust that was killed in 2014 and a member named Mokese that was killed in 2011. For nearly a decade, Wicked Town operated with militant efficiency, engaging in brazen shootouts, drug trafficking, and executing enemies without warning. They beef with sets like Ghost Mob, LF 5200, and MOF. Over time, Scooter would establish himself as Wicked Town's top killer. According to federal prosecutors, Scooter was the one called whenever Wicked Town needed someone dead. Beginning in August of 2015, he would go on a horrific killing spree that left at least 7 dead and dozens more traumatized. On Sunday, August 23, 2015, a man named James Duthard was driving in the 1000 block of North Lemon at about 8:35 p.m. when a gunman spotted him and opened fire, striking him repeatedly. After being hit, James crashed into a parked car. Law enforcement arrived, and James was pronounced dead at the scene at just 42 years old. James was an OG member of Ghost Mob. Scooter would eventually get charged with this murder years later. This was only the beginning of killing for him. On September 2nd, 2015, a man named Dan Rance was outside at about 11:35 p.m. in the 700 block of North Long Avenue when someone walked up and opened fire. Dan was shot in the chest and torso and taken to West Suburban Medical Center in Oak Park, where he was pronounced dead at just 23 years old. Scooter is believed to be the gunman in this incident, and he targeted Dan because Dan was allegedly a member of Ghost Mob. Sadly, after this, Scooter would kill an innocent man thinking he was one of his ops.
How you think he's one of your ops?
On April 28, 2017, a man named Alfred Stovall was taking his 1-year-old son out of a baby seat in the 600 block of North Laurel Avenue at about 7:01 p.m. when a gunman pulled up and shot him multiple times. Alfred would later be pronounced dead 30 minutes later at just the age of 31. Scooter was the gunman in this incident, and he shot Alfred 7 times at close range because he believed that Alfred was a rival gang member. It turns out that Alfred was an innocent man and had no involvement in the street life. Scooter felt no remorse and would continue to kill.
That's crazy. It's 3.
On December 23, 2017, a man named Keyshawn Mobley and another man were sitting on a back porch at 2:34 p.m. in the 5200 block of West Ferdinand when another male walked up, fired shots, and ran off in an unknown direction. Keyshawn, also known by the nickname K-Money, was shot multiple times in the head and body and pronounced dead on the scene at 3:12 p.m. at just the age of 21. His friend that was with him at the time was shot as well, but survived his injuries as he was only struck in the ankle. Scooter is believed to be the gunman in this incident, and he targeted Keyshawn because he was allegedly a member of LF 5200. Less than 1 month after this, Scooter would kill again.
That nigga, like, you know how crazy it is, like, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. If you a gangster, you know, in the street, you bound to like catch you at least one or two. Maybe you probably catch one or two. If you just happen to catch two y'all together, and you get both of them. But getting multiple bodies, bro, you know how insane that is? Like, bro, you're evil, bro. Like, motherfuckers, it's really motherfuckers walking around with 7, 8, 10 bodies, though. Like, it ain't nothing. Like, that's not it. That's just insane, bro. Like, I don't get it. And motherfuckers be bragging about, like, that shit cool. Talking about, yeah, I got 8 hats and da-da-da. I'm like, nigga, that's not cool, bro. You got 8 souls walking around you. Like,
on January 11, 2018, a man named Uriah Hughes and another man were getting into a car in the 5300 block of West Race when multiple gunmen pulled up and started shooting at them. Uriah was shot in the body and taken to Stroger Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 33 years old. His friend was shot in the back but survived his injuries. Scooter is believed to be one of the gunmen in this incident. He targeted Uriah because he was allegedly a member of LF 5200. Following this incident, Scooter would go on to commit his most heartless murders.
No, not an innocent woman, not a woman, bro.
Scooter's most infamous crime came on the night of January 31st, 2018. A Wicked Town member named Deshaun Morgan believed that a man named Donald Holmes Jr. had snitched on them. Due to this, Deshaun hired Scooter and another Wicked Town member named Damon Brown to kill Donald in exchange for $5,000 and an assault rifle. On that day, Deshaun convinced Donald to meet up with Scooter. Donald arrived in his Jeep Cherokee with his girlfriend named Diane Taylor sitting in the passenger seat, and they parked in the 4700 block of Arthington Street. Scooter entered the car from the back seat and shot Donald 4 times in the head. Then he grabbed Diane by her hair as she tried to flee and shot her twice. He then turned back to Donald and shot him multiple times again. Later that year, both Scooter and Damond would end up in the Cook County Jail, and someone would secretly record them discussing the killings. They said it happened because Deshaun thought Donald was working as a confidential informant for law enforcement. Though Donald had not been working with law enforcement at the time of his death, he had been a source for the FBI. In the recorded conversation, Scooter can be heard confessing to and describing the crime. He described the double murder in a laughing and bragatory manner. During the call, Scooter is quoted saying, "I get in the back seat, shoot that bitch in the back of his shit, pow pow. His bitch tried to bail out. I grabbed her by the back of her wig. I said, where you going? Pow pow. I hit her in her shit 2 times. Then I turned, hit him in his shit 2 more times. Pow pow." This carelessness would lead to the feds having overwhelming evidence to take down Wicked Town.
Y'all niggas really be
in 2021, the FBI finally brought down the hammer. Scooter was arrested and named in a sweeping RICO indictment along with 12 other Wicked Town members. He was charged with multiple counts of murder in aid of racketeering, attempted murder, and firearms trafficking. Scooter eventually took a plea deal. In exchange for avoiding the death penalty, he confessed to the 7 murders discussed earlier. He was ultimately sentenced to 50 years in federal prison. Man, there's truly some heartless people walking around the streets of Chicago. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and please be sure to like and...
I ain't gonna lie, that's everywhere, bro. But like I said, that's crazy, bro. Like I said, 1 and 2, alright, you probably have to do, you know, if you gonna call yourself a gamer, you gonna have to do what you do. But nigga, 6, 7, 8, 9 more of them things. At this point, you just a demon. Like, it's sick, bro. And then you get on, I don't understand why y'all get in jails and get in rooms with people y'all don't know and brag about what y'all did. Like, that's the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life and never heard of. But man, y'all like and comment on the video, man. Let me know your thoughts on it, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all can check out my second channel, D.SHELTON TV. The link's in the description. See y'all on the next one.